And then he just pissed everywhere. Great story.
Should have arrested that man.
Oh, I should have recorded that one. Unfortunately, we didn't. But don't worry, there's more great stories coming up. This time with Ciaran Carlin. Ciaran's got a great channel, which you can go and check out after this video.
Yeah, after
That's
it.
fair, isn't it?
First off, they got to watch great stories with Laurence McKenna.
Exactly. Good. That was good, wasn't it?
That was good,
a really
and it's
video.
also the show's title, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
Because I did watch the episode.
You did?
Right, none of that lion bit. Like, oh, love it. Watch it every week.
Right. 2 bits of paper, 1 pen, 5 words each.
One pen.
Yeah, no, I didn't should have one. I feel like you've thought about this a little bit more than me, which is good.
I've got one phrase in my head.
Oh, this will be. This is green, so this will look weird. Right, let me have a think.
One more.
Fuck, I've got a pen in my pocket.
Oh dear, I'm actually disappointed in myself for writing that.
Proud of that one. It's definitely gone up a level. Remember that time? What a day it was. And this all happened in one day.
One day, yeah, it did, didn't it?
It did, didn't it? Fuck. I'm gone there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember I was at ITV. Used to work at ITV.
Cold day, wasn't it?
Probably mentioned it once or twice. We were doing the show, and I'd done the night shift, and I was knackered. I couldn't wait to get out.
Long those night shifts.
Huh?
Long.
Was it all night?
All night.
It was all night this
Bloody
one.
all night.
I thought, I can't wait to get out of here. Normally you get to go about 9:30, you know this. Normally you get to go about 9:30 once the show ends. And I was like, ready to skip out of there because I was knackered, ready for a good night's sleep. And then the main boss comes in and goes, right everyone, no one's going anywhere. You know when someone dies?
Yeah.
You have to have a show ready when it's someone really important. Got to have
Oh, yeah, they got them preloaded.
And he went, no one's going anywhere. I was like, oh, I'm knackered, I want to go home. Which is quite unprofessional for you to do, but I did it anyway.
And honesty's, you know.
It can be the best part, it goes either way. And he said, we're doing a show just in case someone finds Bruce Forsyth's cold, dead body. And I thought, that's, I've been honest with you, but you've been that's quite
reel it in a bit.
Yeah.
Bit strong,
yeah,
bit strong. I only just heard the news.
Bruce, he's one of the greatest entertainers of the 21st century, certainly the 20th century. So to say Bruce Forsyth's cold, dead body in an office.
That's just a bit strong, innit?
It was strange.
Yeah, it was very strange.
But, so we had to stay and we did that show, but then half an hour later I got out.
Right, we're going for the top?
Yeah, go for it. So
right. I was just wandering the streets.
Oh yeah, you were homeless.
Yeah, but then I found a home and I left and came to wander again, and then I bumped into you.
Yeah.
You were just like, what have you been doing all day? I've been wandering about, found a house, and then, now I'm wandering again, trying to find some stuff. Because I can't afford the stuff though.
Yeah.
I was wondering about, and then what I found? Sometimes you walk around just a residential neighbourhood, not being a creep, and someone's, they've left a table outside. I'll have that. It says, take for free. On an absolute roll. Found a table, found a chair, found a bloody good TV. It was huge.
Result.
It was like really big, but really fat as well. But
those are the days when you used to carry that massive backpack that you could fit anything in.
I did. So I put the TV in there. Yeah. Look, I looked like a bloody year 7 on his first day of school.
You did.
Outrageous.
Yeah. And
I took it home and I turned on the TV and I couldn't get any channels. Buddy, they've done that digital switch over, haven't they?
No.
When did that happen?
That's annoying.
So I went outside immediately, across the road, free view box. Someone's left that out.
Result.
Timing meant I've chosen the best place to live. And I was trying to tune it. I could only get the radio channels and also the channel Dave.
Dave, yeah. Great channel.
Really good. A lot of original content on there. So I was watching, a program called QI.
Here he comes. Hosted by that guy.
No, it was that lady.
Oh,
what's her
Sandy
name?
Tuxvig. People
yes.
say I look like her.
You do.
People do. I've had it in the comments.
I was sitting here with Sandy Tuxvig for a second there. Yeah, and they were doing this really funny bit on the show. It's really good and great factual entertainment. And she got out her thigh, and I was like, embarrassing. Nowhere near as good as Stephen Fry's thigh. And then she talked to me back through the TV and was like, well, can you shut up because that's very rude. This is a lovely thigh. And I was like, I need to stop taking shrooms.
Yeah. Wow. That was mad. I remember you on shrooms.
Throughout that whole episode, you were with me.
Oh, was I? Sorry. Yeah. I remember that. Because we were both on shrooms. I'm not even on the shrooms, you know. He knows. This guy knows. Do you know what I mean? And we were like, all right, look, that telly's talking to you. Didn't say a word to me. And so I started getting...
Quite rudely blanked you.
Yeah, so I started getting paranoid. Because I was like, why is the TV not talking to me? It's talking to you. Which that, for me, seemed legitimate. But anyway, I said, Ciaran, let's get out of here. Bring your backpack. Let's go on the bench.
I take it everywhere with me. Even sometimes you go in the backpack.
Yeah, when I get tired. When I've done a night, because I've done a night shift, I went, can I go in the back? You know, or only for a couple of blocks.
Like a little Yoda.
Like a tiny little Sandy Tugs thing. Yoda. So let's get out of here. You said, where should we go? And I said, there's only one place I'm
Cornwall.
going.
We went to Cornwall,
but not just Cornwall. Not just Cornwall. Nice try, Ciaran, but not just Cornwall. Battersea Dogs Home in Cornwall. Sounds strange, doesn't it? That sounds strange because you would imagine Battersea Dogs Homes in Battersea.
But it's become a brand name, hasn't it?
It's a brand, isn't it? So they were trying out a new one in Cornwall, and I said, on shrooms, let's go there.
To Battersea Dogs Home in
Cornwall.
Right, so we're in Cornwall. I've got a bag, you're in the bag. We're at Battersea Dogs Home, but in Cornwall. They've opened up a second one. Turns out there's a lot of rogue dogs that need homes in Cornwall because it's a big place. I've never been until then, obviously.
Yeah.
Nearly fucked that. Still on shrooms. They're sort of wearing off now. So I've just found, something native to Cornwall. Like, what's native to Cornwall? A surfboard. I've eaten a surfboard at this point. Terrible, really chewy.
You didn't finish it. You put the rest in your bag for later.
Who finishes a bloody surfboard? Huge, mental.
Massive,
it's like, it's the Cornwall version of an arm bread. I talked to a Cornwallese lady at Battersea Dogs Home in Cornwall, and she was like, do you want to get a dog? And at this point, I was like, I come this bloody far, bloody have 6. So I was looking at all the dogs. There's a couple cute ones. And there's one at the end. I was like, that's a very brightly coloured dog. It's very shiny as well. So I went over to it, didn't make a noise. So I gave it a little hug and it squeaked. I was like, have I heard it? Didn't hurt it. And then I talked to the lady, I was like, can I have this one? She was like, are you sure that's not a real dog? And I was like, isn't it? She was like, it's made out of plastic. And I was like, it might be plastic, but it's kind of sexy.
Fucking hell.
So I adopted the plastic sexy dog. And it went nuts from them.
Anyway, he's got that dog thing, the plastic one.
Yeah, just thinking about tennis.
Redundant, really, didn't it? When we've gone all that way. And you said, yes, I'll have 6 dogs, and then you've just chosen one plastic one.
In hindsight, you save a lot on costs. It doesn't go to the toilet much. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't shit everywhere. Anyway, we came out. As soon as we came out, there was a shifty character outside of Battersea Dogs Home.
Did he have hair?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't have hair. But he was just sort of sniffing about.
So he was eyeing up my bloody dog, wasn't he?
Yeah. Why have you got that dog? And you went, I said to this woman, look, I know it's plastic, but it's kind of sexy. And then this guy comes out and went, kind of sexy. Fucking hell, yeah, I know what you mean. And how much for the dog? I think it's kind of sexy as well. And you were like, oh, mate, it's my dog.
Yeah, I literally just bought the dog. Fucking fuck off, mate.
Yeah, exactly. It's brand new.
It's pretty sexy. I haven't got around to it yet.
And you went, no, it is sexy. I went, yeah. I know it is, but it's mine. He went, you sure? How much? Because they won't let me in there anymore. And I was like, why won't they let you in anymore? And he went, don't you know who I am? And I went, no, I have no idea. He's just a creepy guy outside Battersea Dogs Home in Cornwall. I'm a bit paranoid already because of the shrooms. And you're trying it on with this plastic dog. Who are you? He said, Bobby Madeley. I said, rah.
I'm Bobby Madeley, Premier League referee.
Fuck out my sight.
I gave him a red card and then he went.
Yeah, and he went off.
He was off.
Anyway, we went to the pub, didn't we? In London. Very quick.
Oh yeah, they've just finished that new tube line. It goes all the way to Cornwall Battersea Dogs Home. And on the way back there's a stop and it just says pub. So we got out there. And I went in there and there was this very, very old man, almost too old. I was like, you're too old.
Yeah.
Go home, you're about to die. One more pint and you've drowned yourself. Once actually, there was this, it's a real story. This woman was on a radio show, drank too much water for a competition of holding in your weed to win a Nintendo Wii, died, drowned. Mental. You were like, has that ever happened before? I was like, yeah, it happens 3 times a week at 7 p.m.
It's nowhere. What the fuck is that?
Actually happened.
That's the weirdest one we've had. I remember these two, you were chatting away.
Can't bloody stop.
Chatting away, talking about the water shit. He tells this water story everywhere and I'm just like, will you fucking shut up with the water story?
The dog
it's a bit morbid, if anything. Anyway, I need it, but all this wee chat, I went, I need a wee, yeah? I was like, oh, I need to get away from this guy. So I went to the toilet, sat down, I went, number 2, wasn't it?
No, it's always number 2 with me.
Yeah.
Just can't hold anything till awful.
Yeah. And so I sat down, took a breather. The 2 bonus stories from Ciaran. Sat down, and it's one of those nasty little pubs, and down to the right, and there's a spider there. Massive it was. Not sure what kind of species, but massive spider. Well, I'll say in a second. Massive spider. And the spider started talking to me.
Did it just come down the spout?
He'd just come down. He said,
was it Incy Wincy?
He was massive.
Oh.
He's massive.
Oh.
He went, James. I went, how do you know my name? Oh, I've seen your YouTube channel. I love that format, that new format you've started. I went, which one? He said, any of them are great. I watch them all to the end and like the video. And if I'm new to the channel, I subscribe.
He watches all the videos, all the adverts before as well.
He does, yeah. That's great.
And the ones at the end.
Yeah, because
he needs to watch them now, but the bloody spider does.
Because he knows that just that little bit of effort gives me that tiny bit more AdSense, which is worth my labour in a way. Anyway, we're having a chat about that. And he said, mate, I'm not sure about this place. I really need to move. And I went, why? The germs in here are outrageous. I went, well, no, come on, mate. Look, you've probably got a high immune system. How long have you been living here? I said to him. He said, about 5 years. I went, 5 years? Have you ever got ill? I went, no, I've always been all right. I went, don't you stop worrying about it? He went, maybe you're right. I went, you are a concerned tarantula, aren't you? Stop that. But thanks for subscribing to the channel, and hopefully others will do exactly the same thing as you are. He said, thanks, mate, and keep up the great work. I went, not why I do it, but thank you.
A really nice chat. I've met some bad tarantulas in my time. That sounds like a really good
he was all right.
That sounds like a bloody good, guy.
And then I came out of the toilet after that.
Yes. We got back on the tube. Okay, we had too many pints. I was getting a bit wobbly at this point. All right. Yeah, I've had
mixed out with the
shrooms, had pints, absolute.
You've eaten half a surfboard.
Off my nut. Half a surfboard. I'm eating the other half on the tube now. Just
munching away
at that Cornwallinese naan bread. So we got the tube. We went all the way past a couple of stops, all the way past Cornwall, Battersea Dogs Home, and we got off in Mexico City.
I remember that.
It's like the Eurotunnel, but just longer.
You couldn't believe it. But it's true.
I almost can't believe it. And then we got off at Mexico City, which I believe is the capital of Mexico. A very clever name. Very clever name for a place. Where are we? Mexico. What's this? Mexico City, obviously. It's a city. There's loads of Mexico villages and Mexico farms. But when we got off, it was very eerie. Not many Mexicans about. I only saw about 3 Mexicans.
They were nice, weren't they? Very friendly.
Yeah.
And they took us under their...
Sad about that. Gutted about that, spiders.
Yeah. And I thought, do you know what? Fuck it. We're in Mexico now. This day's been mental.
It's been a pretty nutty day.
Let's go back to the pub again. Let's have a few tequilas.
I'm getting the most of that fare.
Problem is, Mexicans, language barrier. Yeah. And generally, with guys, you got to try and find some common ground. Had a couple of swift tequilas, and these three guys, 3 Mexicans, great guys, lovely guys, and we bonded over football.
Yeah.
I said, they said, who's your team? I said, QPR, season ticket holder. And they asked him, like,
season ticket holder. I go to all the games.
Asked Ciaran, they went, Man City. Oh yeah, what, since 2008? Yeah. Well, no, actually, you said 2002, first game. Lost 4-1, 1-4-1?
1-4-1 against Ipswich. It was good.
I said, who do you support? One went Man United. Yawn. Another one
went bloody Mexico. He never goes.
Another one went Chelsea, and he quick as a flash. He was like, "Oh, what? Since 2004?"
Brilliant. Yeah, I was like, "What? Did you used to be a City fan?"
Yeah, brilliant. And then the last one was like, he had his head down. He didn't want to answer. Good. I said, "Don't worry about it, mate. I'm a QPR fan. You would dig me out all the time. Who do you support?" And he just went. I went, "Come on, no, just say it." Just say it. I said, "Just say it," and he went, "Newport County." Alright, don't worry about it, mate. Let's get you another tequila.
How do you stumble into them? Mental. They must have done like
probably a cut run.
Bloody pre-season tour in Mexico in like the 40s or something.
Yeah.
What a night. And it sounds outrageous, but this is every other bloody weekend. I need to see a counsellor. You were talking to a spider earlier, I'm not going to lie. There was no spider. There was no concerned tarantula. It was just a very small 4th Mexican man.
But you did actually eat half a surfboard, though?
Yeah, I do. That's literally like my 5 a day. Turns out, eating at this point an entire surfboard is really bad for your insides. It's really bad. So we went back on the tube to the hospital, which was not in Mexico or Cornwall. It was in the south of France. And I don't know why, I just went to that one. There's a hospital much closer, but it's just nice at this time of year. The doctor was like,
oh no.
Oh no. That's not even, he was French. He wasn't whatever that was. No, Ciaran, you're really ill. You can't eat surfboards. I was like, I've been doing this for a very long time. I think it's fine. And he was like, I haven't heard of that. You're fucking mental. And I was like, well, instead, you're a doctor, right? You can't abuse me.
First, yeah.
I'm being quite calm here. I'm not hammered. I'm a bit hammered.
Kicked off his bedside manner with no.
Yeah,
which is going to alert you. You're going to figure the negative.
He threw a really hard croissant at my head and it really hurt. Who throws a croissant?
That's terrible.
But after the croissant, he got an entire baguette out and it was stale. It was pretty strong. And turns out he wasn't a proper doctor. We were so high that we were just in an alleyway in the north of France. Oh, that's the worst bit. He said the only thing to solve your illness.
What, this person who's not a doctor?
Well, he might still be a doctor. He might just be like a dentist, like a fake one, not a proper one.
Okay.
Or just have a doctorate. He could be great at maths.
Right.
But he has this stale French stick, and the only way to combat that is to remove your arm. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, oui. Yes, his voice has gotten a lot lighter now. And so he gets this French stick and he just sharpens the shit out of it and he just fucking cuts my arm off immediately. All right?
I remember that.
I only took 2 hits. I have a really strong bread or a really weak arm. I just couldn't tell. So that is pretty much the story about how I lost my arm. That entire thing starting at ITV.
We probably should have started with that hook of you losing your arm at the start of it.
It's just a nice end, isn't it? Just like the Sims video we did in my channel. Just a really nice day.
Christian Nagano, yeah? We did a video on his channel, this Sim one, where he doesn't lose his arm, but he does die. So if you want to check that out, head over to Ciaran's channel. It's very good. You'll enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed that bizarre story.
I really enjoyed this.
Did you?
Yeah.
I feel like we enjoy it more than them. But let us know.
I loved it.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Go over to Ciaran's, check his out.
Thank you very much for having me on.
That was another great story, this time with Ciaran Carlin. Still got his arm. You said you lost your arm.
Au revoir.